this for your glory. All this for your glory. All this for your glory. Your glory. I who live. I'm not even going to sing the rest for you guys because I have a voice that only God would love. Anyway, hi, I'm Maggie, and I am the author of On a Rooftop in Beijing. Maggie Prentice is my full name. It is available now on Walmart, online, Amazon. It's available on Amazon in ebook, print, hardback, and paperback. And it's available on Barnes and Noble in all three formats, and it's also available on Indie Book, I believe, online. My publisher is Muse Literary. So I'm not a self-published author. I am a traditionally published author, and I did start by publishing my book myself. I self-published in July, and then I queried for publishers, and I only got 2 yeses, and Muse Literary was one of my yeses. So I am super grateful to them. So my book is a YA sports romance, and if you're into YA, which is young adults, if you're into romance, if you're into sports, this is the book for you. I'm a runner. My 2 characters, Jae-sung and Sloan, are actually swimmers. The catch is that Jae-sung is from North Korea and Sloan is from the United States. My book is based on my personal experience. I lived in South Korea for 2 years, and I worked with North Korean refugees for about a year. When I say that, I mean I did peaceful protests. I listened to them speak about their time living in North Korea. They were defectors or refugees in South Korea. And so a lot of my personal experiences with them, with the stories that they told me, are worked into my main character, Jae-sung's story. The catch is, how are they going to be together? Because in North Korea, you can't leave without a mandate from your government, or unless you work for the government. It's really dangerous for them to leave, for normal citizens to leave. If they try to leave, they will be shot on sight. So, or put in a concentration camp, which those things still exist. They exist in North Korea. They're called gulags or gulags. So yeah, I just wanted to read a couple pages of Sloane's story and a couple pages of my story. So when you first open my book, it looks like this. And then you'll see my publisher, Muse Literary. You'll see their little picture there. My dedication, it says, "To all of the North Korean refugees and those still stuck in North Korea, I see you, will not forget you." My author's note, which talks about how I know about North Korea and why I wrote this book. And then I have my prologue. In the back, I actually included some of my favorite songs from 2008, which is the year that I was there, and that's the year that this book is based on. I included some of my favorite K-pop songs because Jae-sung, the main character, actually listens to K-pop illegally with his mom at nighttime on a laptop that is, smuggled in. I also included some real articles about North Korea from South Korea. So I put those in there from 2008, so that you can see what has happened there. And then I have my acknowledgments at the end and my about the author. So I'll start with Sloan. Okay. Prologue, Sloan, USA. 12 years. That's how long it took me to make it to the Olympics. 12 years of countless hours of swim practice. 12 years of monotonous perfection of backstrokes, breaststrokes, butterflies, and freestyle swimming techniques so that I could try my best to win a gold medal. 12 years of my coach barking orders at me so that I could become an aquatics machine. My parents weren't Olympic swimmers or professionals, but they were athletes in high school and college. So I know that's where I get my determination and sporty drive. Never did I think it would bring me to him, though, the one who changed my life, my world, and me inside and out. When I finally reached my athletic awakening, I never imagined I would meet the one who would make my heart do the same open flips and turns I did every time I reached the end of one pool wall. Neither did I believe that it would be almost impossible to be together. In actuality, I was naive, excuse me, about the mandates that his country would put on him. Would I change the way we met? Never for a day. Would I change his country? 100%. It all started with a look, one that would melt my heart forever. So that's Sloan. And now we're going to read about Jaesung. And something else I included was I tried to have Jaesung speak in Korean. And so I do have, like in the book, let's see if I can find a place for you guys. I did include where he speaks in Korean too. Yeah. He says aramdapta, which means beautiful. And so he's talking about Sloan. So where he speaks in Korean to himself or to other people so that it's authentic feeling. And I also included his name in Korean so that it's not just in English for you. So Jaesung, prologue, Jaesung, North Korea. My name means rule. When my parents named me, I think they envisioned that I would take over the world like my home country's North Korea Supreme Leader Kim Jong il. So keep in mind that in 2008, Kim Jong il was around. However, they really named me after the South Korean actor Chae Jae-sung, whom they watched illegally on a smuggled in television under the covers of a blanket with all the lights turned out at nighttime before I was born. Like my parents, I've always been a rebel. The only thing that has kept me sane is swimming. When I feel the curve of the water lapping around my body, I feel as though I'm miles away from the poverty that my country sees on a daily basis, miles away from the restrictions imposed on all of us who live in the DPRK, miles away from the stress I feel to perform well, though by swimming, I am performing, if that makes sense. Swimming saved me. It gave me the opportunity to attend the most prestigious high school in Pyongyang, the capital of my country and also my family's hometown. Without my swimming scholarship, I would not have been able to attend Kim Il Sung University because my family is poor. Thank God I have good grades, often studying late into the night. I wish my parents could see that swimming can take me places, even toward a coaching position, which is where my heart lies. When North Korea was finally allowed to participate in the 2008 Olympics, which is true, it really happened, I knew I had to jump on the chance to try to qualify. When you know you're good at something, you go after it, or at least that's what I've been taught. So go after it, I did. And much to my surprise, which it shouldn't have been, I got in. The team was so small. There were only 5 of us on the swimming team. So knowing that I could show the world that my country does have good people in it was a dream come true for me. The extra rations of rice for my family and for myself didn't hurt either. In fact, it filled our normally hungry stomachs. When the day eventually came when I got to walk across the ground floor of the 2008 Summer Olympics based in Beijing, China, I was enthralled with all the different cultures and countries I saw, especially the USA. I never knew that my dream could lead me or would lead me to another dream, one that would burn the desire to be in a foreign swimmer's arms for the rest of my life. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. I never knew that I would risk everything to be with this girl, even my life. So if this sounds like a book for you, I encourage you to go out and pick up a copy online. I hope you'll love it. And please don't forget to rate it and review it on Goodreads and Amazon. Thanks for joining me.